Hey everybody! I am trying to get all situated here, hopefully. Sorry about the moving around. Happy National Stamping Day! Alright, let me get around here. Okay, sorry about all the moving. How's everybody doing? It's National Stamping Day, you guys. What better way to celebrate? It's freaking hot outside up here, and football's going on. My kids are both actually sleeping at the same time right now, so that's just crazy. So I wanted to pop in and do a little quick tutorial for you guys and talk about some stamping. And I'm going to pop in a couple times this afternoon and this evening and kind of just do a couple little stamping technique, fun little videos for you guys, something quick and easy. And hopefully my computer will boot up here so I can get on, so I can answer you guys' questions. But it's going to be fast, really quick kind of stamping things. And I just want to show off some of our new products that we've got going on right now too. So let me bring up my video. Oh, there I am. Sorry guys, I gotta plug in my computer. I thought I had everything all set to go, but apparently I did not. Story of my life these days. Okay, let's see. Oops, sorry. Bring me forward a little bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see this pretty clearly. Okay, that's better. Alright, well, I'm going to post this in the group so you guys can do the replay anytime. But I wanted to go through and show you guys some fun new products and show off the stamping technique that's specifically in this Workshop Your Way card making kit. So when you have a card making kit, you can find these in any of our collections. So let me just show this one off in the book. It's on page 33 in the holiday book. And it's going to show you the 2 cards that you can make, the exclusive stamp set that it comes with, and it's going to list all the supplies that come in the kit and any additional supplies that you might need to purchase to complete the kit as shown. Okay, these might be supplies you already have in your stash, or it might be supplies that you need to stock up on, like new colors or ink, inks, thin cuts, whatever it might be. So this one comes with all of this stuff that you see right here. So you're going to get all 12 envelopes and card bases. You're going to get the mink twine. You're going to get the fun, super cute, exclusive stamp set. You get a full printed instructions sheet, and this is on heavy duty, really nice paper. And the instructions sheet is going to show you what the cards look like, and then it's going to give you a cut guide, and it's going to give you a sketch. Okay, so that's what the instructions look like. And then it's going to come with all of your papers, your bulk boutique paper, your brand new sugar plum, which remember is 2-toned, so there's a dark side, and then on the back is a lighter side of the same color, saffron and white daisy. So that's what you get in the whole kit. Sorry, I've got a little visitor coming in who's done with his nap. Hi, buddy. You coming in to say hi? You can get in. Come here. Can you say hi? Mommy's shooting a quick little video. Yeah. Can you say good morning? No. Good morning, bud. So this is what you get in the kit. And then stuff that you might need: saffron ink, our new sugar plum ink and charcoal ink. And then, so those are the 3 colors we're stamping. And then you want to grab some blocks. So I've got a variety of blocks here that will fit the images on this stamp set. So you want to make sure you have the right size block for your stamps, because if you use too big of a block, then what can happen is you can have what's called splashback, where when you're inking, you can get ink around the edges, and that can transfer to your project, which you don't want because you've just spent a ton of time cutting this and prepping it. You don't want to do that. So I am just going to go, hey Kim, I'm going to go through some stamping basics and hopefully be able to show you how to do this now that I've got a little guy that's up. So let me move some things to the side. And we're going to use this, and I've already pre-cut my cards here. So I've got both cards that I'm going to be using and demoing the techniques on here. And I'm going to also use our Versa mat. Sorry, I've got one hand, so this is... So I'm going to flip over the Versa mat. One side is a self-healing mat that you can cut on. It's got a nice grid pattern for lining things up. And on the back side is a really nice squishy foam that you can use for stamping, especially if you're stamping multiple things at one time. Can I show them how to do this quick? Yeah? Okay. You want to stand right here by me? You can go get the stool. It's in the closet back there. All right, so then our oh, right here, bud. Hold on one second, guys, sorry. The joys of live. See back there, behind the paper? Mommy's little stool is back there. Right here. You can stand up here. Okay, sorry you guys. Momentary toddler break. Okay, stand right up here, okay? Alright, so our stamp sets come with a foam backing, and you can use this foam to stamp on as well. I'm just going to use the Versa mat just so it's easier. And then it is kind of squishy. You're right, bud. They're clear polymer plastic. Hey, Molly. So that you can see through them while you're stamping. Okay, don't shake the desk, bud. Okay. So what you're going to do is on this particular card, we are going to stamp the circles.
Oh, is that the sucker?
Yep, you can help.
Okay.
So we're going to use this kind of paint watercolor splatter.
Watercolor.
Hold on, bud. And then what you're going to do is there's a flat side and there's a textured side. You're going to put the flat side onto your block. Okay, so the textured side is going to be up, right? And then to get the perfect stamped image, what you want to do, hold on, bud, is you want to season the stamp first, especially because this is brand new. Don't shake the table. But I season all of my stamps before I use them. So I'm going to use the fat pad of my thumb.
You do this?
Yep. In just a second. I'm going to use the fat pad of my thumb, and I'm going to rub it over the stamp. Like that. So that the oils... Hold on, baby. The oils from my skin are going to transfer onto the stamp so that when I go to add my ink, it's going to give me a nice even coverage. So I'm giving something for my ink to adhere to. Now on this particular one, it's going to be a slightly bigger than my circle. So I'm going to just put a little bit of scrap paper down. Because I'm also going to be doing what's called second generation stamping. So our new stamp pads are the magnetic lid. So I don't know if you saw that. It's just going to fold over and kind of adhere to itself on the back there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do second generation stamping. So I'm going to ink this up. Hold on, bud. You can do it in just a second. So you can either ink it by applying your stamp to your ink pad and doing a very light tap and twist. Or if you're more comfortable, especially with the lighter colors, you can take your ink pad and apply it to your stamp so you can see if you have even coverage across the stamp. So this is our new color of the year called Sugar Plum. I'm going to stamp off onto my scratch paper first, and then I'm going to line this up and stamp it in the middle.
I like you doing
so that this is considered first generation, and this one is called second generation. So the first generation is going to be the darker, more pure color of what the ink that you have stamped. The second generation is going to be a mid-tone color, so it's very light. It's going to give you kind of more of a background look. You can get different hues this way. The darker the color, the more generations you can stamp. So if I have a red or a purple, I could usually do 3, 4, or 5 generations of that color, and it'll just be lighter and lighter each time without re-inking it. This is very impromptu. I hope you guys are enjoying this. In just a minute, bud, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just using a baby wipe for right now just to kind of make it quick and easy, but you can use our scrubber and our scrubber cleaner to help clean it and or dry it. And then you'll just peel this right off the block and put it right back on your carrier sheet for safekeeping. Now we're going to use the Hug You.
Me?
And I'm going to use a little bit of a smaller, skinnier block.
I want help.
Just a second. And our charcoal ink. Same thing. I'm going to go ahead and season this up with the charcoal. I'm going to go ahead and apply my stamp to my ink on this one.
Hey, Mom.
And I'm going to hold it up to make sure I have good ink coverage. And then, hold on, bud. I'm going to stamp it right over that second generation. Buddy, you got to stay over on this side. Right over the second generation Sugar Plum. You got to stay on this side, okay? Because there's cords in the way. But it's alright. Here, can you wipe that off for me? Do you want to wipe it? Like that? Okay. So now you can see I have a second generation Sugar Plum and a first generation charcoal. And that's going to be the start of my card. And I cut these out, thank you bud, with the new stitched circles. Don't bounce. Thin cuts. So you can kind of see it's got that stitched edge. Alright, so that is for one of my cards. And that is second generation stamping. That's one of the techniques that you can use to kind of maximize your stamps, kind of do some fun background type things. And the second technique I'm going to show you is for this first card. Hey Tammy, how are you guys? And the second technique is called rock and roll.
I want to do that.
Just a second. So I'm going to take this heart and I'm going to take a 2x2 block and put the flat side down. Go ahead and season it up.
I can't reach it.
And on this one, I don't need scratch paper. I just need my, oh, here it is, bud. Extra piece of white daisy cardstock that I trimmed off the side. And we are going to be using saffron and Sugar Plum.
Whoa.
Careful, bud. So we're first going to ink up the entire heart in Sugar Plum. And I'm going to open up my saffron as well.
Look it.
I see it. So I'm going to ink this up, just lightly tapping and twisting, because storing our ink pads upside down the way that they're designed is going to keep the ink on the very top of the ink pad, so you don't have to press very hard. Another reason why you don't want to use a really large block for a small stamp, because if you're pressing or kind of doing that tap, that splatter can go around those edges a lot easier because that ink is so close to the surface.
On mine.
Hold on, buddy, in just a second. So I'm going to ink this up in Sugar Plum, and then I'm going to take just this left edge, and I'm going to just roll it on the side.
I need some Mama.
Just very carefully on the side. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp it down. And what you're going to see is a two-toned effect. Now I got a little bit on the edge here because of course I have help. But you have a little bit of a two-toned effect, or like, don't jump, or an ombre effect on your stamp. So what I do, if I'm stamping multiple, I tend to clean in between because I don't want it to get too muddled. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe that clean real quick, dry it off, and then I'm going to re-season it. Hold on, bud.
Some on mine.
In just a second, you can help me. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink it back up in the sugar plum.
Mom,
And I'm going to roll it
I need some on mine.
on just that one edge. No.
I need some.
And that's how you get that look. Now you can rock and roll with two colors in the same group, like two blues, a light blue and a dark blue. You can rock and roll with two different colors like we did here. You can rock and roll just one edge. You can rock and roll all the edges. It tends to work better with a shape that has defined edges, like circles, hearts, stars, things that are easy to get all the edges. If you use flowers or things that have a lot of ridges, you can do it, especially if the flower isn't real intricate, but doilies, really intricate, like branches out, it's a little bit harder. You can always try it though. It's a fun technique to stretch your stamps out, stretch your inks out a little bit. Hold on, bud. And you can add some fun pizzazz to your inked images so they look more custom. And then what I'll do is I'll fussy cut that out and I'll be able to do the rest of this card. Everything else is regular stamping, so I'm not going to demo that right now. I'm just going to be doing some technique-y things today. I'm going to get back on in a little bit, probably in an hour or two, and do another demo for you guys showing another fun technique where we're going to stretch our stamps and using background stamps to kind of use them in new and unique ways. So stay tuned for that. I don't have set times because I'm working solo today, as you can see. My husband's working all day. But I promise I will be back on at least 2 or 3 more times tonight to share some more fun stamping techniques on National Stamping Day. So thank you guys for joining me. And hopefully I will see you soon. All right, bye guys. Oh, where's my... Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry I had to move you. Gotta press this button.